Right, guys. So if we look at Learning Unit 1, you can see what we're looking at. I think it's about looking at the relationship between leadership and how leaders use power, how influence is exerted, and then also what are the different elements of leadership. The one thing we know about leadership is that it's not the same as it was 100 years ago, guys. The world has changed significantly. Leadership is more than just bravado and noise. And I know that I'm going to contradict myself in a second. It's about humanity, it's about relationships, it's about creating an environment where if the organization is successful, everyone in the organization believes they are successful. So I put those two guys up there. Now he's gone and messed it up by withdrawing from the race, which I still believe is the right thing because, yeah, I don't think he was aware that he was in an election. If we look at those two guys, what are the key differences in their leadership style? The scary thing is that I know people who will vote for this oak every day, and I despise that individual with every ounce of my being. What are the differences in leadership style, guys? Or are they the same thing in just a different package? Or is the one at least awake and the other one not? Would we describe Donald Trump's style as? Autocratic. Yeah. I mean, he's an absolute bully, very vocal. Yeah, yeah. Can I just say, Rowan, my theory is that the Russians were heck of a surprised that Trump didn't win his second election, and that under Trump, the the move into the Ukraine would have been a lot easier. I think we know that Trump is owned by the Russians, guys. There's too much evidence to suggest differently. I think that invasion was on the cards forever, and they were hoping that Trump would be in power because he would simply have turned a blind eye. And I think Biden didn't ignore it. I mean, you can't have Americans go there because you would have World War III, and World War III would be fairly unpleasant. Yeah, for me, Trump is vocal. He is forceful. He is boisterous. He's noisy. I mean, he lies all the time. He uses conspiracy ideas and theories. Um, if when there's a truth counter on Trump, it breaks every record every time. But my gosh, has he got a support base? What is the typical Republican supporter look like? How would we describe them? I believe it was this, oh, Rowan, genuchte. Oh, you know, when you sit in the first lecture of a module and you think some people are not going to pass. Good luck, Rowan. Guys, what does the typical Trump supporter look like, sound like? Remember, this is the guy, oh my gosh, this is the guy who is behind the right for women to have access to abortions taken away. Yeah, they're very conservative. I mean, my favorite is when they asked Trump what his favorite verse in the Bible is, and he couldn't quote a single verse. I mean, he uses the Bible as an extra tool. I don't think this guy is religious whatsoever. Biden at least is religious. At least he knows what the inside of a church looks like. Yeah, Biden unfortunately is too late, guys. He really is way too late. Who should be in his place? Who do you think is going to be the Republicans' main, the Democrats' main person? Are they though, Boyer? Isn't that the noise that Trump makes though? Isn't just the rubbish that Trump says? I yeah, Kamala Harris. What is the chances of a woman ever being president in America? What are the chances of a woman ever being elected president in America? Is it something viable? I also think close to zero. I honestly think it is a matriarchal society that won't see a woman run them. And a woman of color, as the Democrats must surely take that into consideration. Do you think we'll ever have a woman leader, woman president in South Africa? So, yeah, Tanya, I agree with you. I don't see it happening. We're a patriarchal society. I think I might have said matriarchal just now. We're a patriarchal society. Guys, so in terms of this, he uses different ways to influence. I think Joe Biden is a lot more consensus and a lot more appealing to people's better nature. This guy sells fear all the time. This guy, uh, yeah, well, do you think it will be any better under Trump? Where you don't have the right to freedom of abortion. I mean, he made sure that versus Wade was cancelled. I think the stock market has done exceptionally well under Biden. The stock market has done very well. Guys, yeah, to also just say, I'm not pro-abortion. I'm also not against abortion, but I am pro-choice. I think that some old man, and I don't really want to call him what I wanted to call him, tries to have a decision over a woman's body is disgusting. So for me, the influencer styles are different. I don't consider this guy to be a leader whatsoever. I don't see myself. I struggle to see him, but if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely vote for Biden. But that is obvious in my mind because I really don't consider this guy a leader. Oh, he is a demagogue without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, he loves himself. Okay, guys, it is 7 o'clock. Can I just see? Do you guys have class at 7:30 again?